Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, 'tis I, ChrissieGirl, and we are moving on to part 13 of my Sonic 06 playthrough Silver Story. And in the last part, we made our way through Kingdom Valley. Well, I babbled about shit no one cared about. Just because I could. And because the level's really too boring to talk over. The only thing new in Silver's Kingdom Valley was the pendulums. And it was quite basic to see what they were supposed to do. You know, knock over towers and, you know, get to platforms that are reasonably far away. But anyway, cutscene we've already seen before. Elisa's dead. But there's no sign of Iblis. So, is it just crying that sets Elise, you know, Iblis free? Or, you know, does death set it free as well? Because if death doesn't set it free, then why didn't you just kill fucking Elise? This would die with her. I'm going to work under the assumption that die and releases Iblis as well. It's the only thing I can think of. So, yeah. Silver's going to help you out here. He's going to open up a time warp and send you to the past. Let's do the time warp again. This game is driving me fucking mental.
I can handle this myself. Besides, you got
So here's something else. Sonic's just given Silver a Chaos Emerald, which Silver's going to take to the future with him. Won't that take the 2 emeralds out of this particular timeline? You see what I mean? Fucking time travel. It's fucking confusing.
Thank you, Silver. Yeah. Just save her.
Oh, goodness me. Let's head off to the future again. So basically our whole travel back in time was a waste of time. We don't need to travel back in time. We know now how to get, you know, Iblis to behave itself and get rid of the bastard, you know. Well, we know how to get rid of the bastard, let's put it that way. I mean, going back in time wasn't a complete waste, because we actually learnt how to get rid of Iblis, but yeah. It didn't have to take this long, surely, did it? So anyway, if we're going to go into Flame Core, the finals level in Silver Story, thank fuck. Flame Core is significantly different in Silver Story than it is in Sonic and Shadow Story, which is good, you know. I don't like playing the same stages 3 times. Ice. What do I say ice for? White Acropolis! And sorry about that. I had to stop recording for some reason. I do not know why, because I recorded this shit ages ago. Yeah, we actually start out down here, you know, trying to get across these sodding platforms. And yeah, you gotta react pretty darn quickly to get up them. Otherwise I think you have to take a different route, which I think is down here.
Not now. I'm coming, Iblis.
And yeah, we're nearly there. Thank fuck, we're nearly there. We just gotta get through this stage, beat one final boss, that's Iblis, obviously, as if you couldn't fucking tell. And then we're done. We'll finally be, you know, free of this game. this looks slightly familiar. Ah, fuck. They rise too quickly. How the fuck can Silver run up the wall with that slow speed? Jesus! Die. Ah, fucking 2 takers. Yeah, as I mentioned in the last part, these birds are called takers. Never known such a ridiculous fucking name for a fucking firebird. You know, Phoenix, maybe. But taker? Yeah, fuck off. So anyway, yeah, another section here where you've got to kill all the enemies in order to proceed. Okay, so maybe Flame Court isn't completely original. But there are original segments in it, is what I'm trying to get at. Compared to Shadow's stage, which is just a complete, almost 100% rehash of Sonic's, apart from having a few more enemies to fight. You know, Silver does have at least, have original segments in this stage. Oh, I hate having to look around for enemies, especially with this sodding camera. Oh. Yeah. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are practically there, nearly. We just got to beat this fucking stage. And then we got to do the last story. But we can make it through that. The last story isn't anywhere near as long as, the 3 Hedgehogs main stories. The last story in the Sonic game generally consists of like 1 level and the final boss, or final bosses in some cases. Sonic Adventure 2, I'm looking at you. Yeah, this bit's kind of rehashed. I despise rehashing. Gets to the end of the stage where there's originality again. I don't have anything else in the strategy guide that's worth pointing out. Not in my opinion, anyway. Actually, what are those worms called? I don't think I remember seeing them in here. I don't know. I don't think the page has been ripped out or anything. But I definitely can't find anything in here with the worms. So I'm presuming either the page got ripped out or, Ah, pity. I'm just going to call them worms, because that's what they look like. They look like fucking worms. Just made out of lava. So I haven't spoken about the downloadable content, I think, have I? Well, even if I have, I'm going to talk about it again anyway, because I don't fucking remember what I've spoken about. So Sonic 06 had a bunch of downloadable content, which sadly I do own. I am a sad fucker. I will admit that. I don't like this game, but I wanted to see what else they could add to the game at the same time. So basically there's a very hard mode for all the characters, which basically just means that on the level select for each character, you can when you go to the level select and you pick a level, you have the option of playing the game on normal or hard. Well, if you download the very hard option, you get a very hard mode added to each stage. But you have to get that individually for each character. I haven't really played too much into it. The stages are a bit harder. Well, they're actually a lot harder. But a lot of the hardness actually comes down to, again, poor camera, shoddy gameplay. I haven't played too much into it, but, you know, I can't be fucked to stick at it. Don't know why I fucking bought them for if that's the case, but hey ho, that's me. There was also a boss attack mode for each character, which basically sees you fighting all the bosses in a row, but also in between them there was sort of like these segments where you just kill a bunch of random enemies. Don't I do that enough in the main fucking story? Sodding game. And there was also the Team Attack Amigo, where you played for a bunch of stages with the Amigo characters. Well, 3 of the Amigo characters. Tails, I believe it's Tails, Omega and Blaze. Thank fuck they didn't include Knuckles and Amy, because they're not very fun to play as, and I fucking died. But yeah, Knuckles and Amy, not very fun to play as, so I'm glad they didn't include them. Kind of surprised that Rouge wasn't playable. But at the same time, if they were only including like one Amigo from, you know, each of the stories, then I can kind of see why. But I don't know why she wasn't included over Omega. I don't really see the difference between the two. The only thing that is possibly annoying with Rouge is the stuck on the wall glitch. The only other thing to mention about Team Attack Amigo is that Tails is actually a teeny bit faster. He doesn't run as slowly, which is kind of neat. Why the fuck they couldn't have patched that, you know, released a patch that would cover the entire game, I do not know, but, you know, this game is you know, made a lot of mistakes, and probably shouldn't keep going on about it, but hey ho. I actually have Team Attack Amigo recorded, so I may actually upload that and provide commentary over it, but not until I actually finish the final story. I'd hate for that footage to go to waste, so I may as well upload the Team Attack Amigo and talk about it. I'm not going to do boss attack though, and I'm not going to do, you know, any very hard or anything like that, or, you know, any of the other downloadable content. I'm just going to do Team Attack Amigo because I think it's kind of interesting to an extent, you know, being able to play as the other characters in stages that you wouldn't normally find them playable in. And I was so shit scared I was going to die because all those rocks just fall out of fucking nowhere. But I made it, so that's awesome. Awesome sauce. We're nearly there. But yeah, yeah, Team Attack Amigo will probably come up after I finish the last story. Just to sort of, you know, highlight it, talk about it. I don't know why. I'd rather not waste the footage that I've recorded. I don't even know why I fucking recorded it, but it's probably because I was bored and thought, hey ho, I may as well. But yeah. The dark room again. The gimmick here is obviously to use your psychokinesis to make the platforms move. Pretty easy to navigate. Haha. And yeah, you know, flame core with silver's not too bad. I don't particularly like the whole killing enemies thing in order to proceed, but hey ho. I forgot to mention the giant, you know, the giant armoured methless enemies, the ones that chuck the giant things at you and as armour. Yeah, they're called Titans. The methless versions are called Titans. Yeah, there. Along with the Stalkers and the Purple Takers. Yeah, they're called Titans. The Iblis version is called a Golem. The methless version is called a Titan. According to the strategy guide. Which I am sad enough to own. Ah, fucking worms. Die! I do not like worms. Wriggly bastards. And we got another dark room. Ain't Silver lucky? Oh, I fucking hate these dark rooms. They're so tedious. Oh, oh, yeah. Shockwave breaks the lights. So not a good idea to use them, you know. I think it's a little bit easier to get lost in this room than it is in the other room, but hey ho. I am a noob gamer. Don't put it past me to, you know, to get lost. However, unlike Shadow and Sonic stages, we don't have to have Blaze pop up and say, oh, I'll turn these lights on for you. Because, you know, Silver doesn't have a treasure hunting companion. He's the odd one out. It's not necessarily a bad thing. At least none of his companions get stuck on the friggin' wall. Kill the Titan. Let's get out of this dark room.
Okay, let's move on.
We're nearing towards the end of the stage. Things do start to get interesting towards the end of the stage, because it's a segment that never exists in Sonic and Shadows. You know, stages, Flame Core. Right, kill the Golem and the Biter. Ah! Stupid worm! Show up at the last friggin' minute. Ah, here we go. This section is completely unique to Silver's Flame Core stage. That there is Iblis. And the whole idea is, every now and then, Iblis is going to fire out some kind of shockwave. Which will really hurt. So, get behind these rocks to protect yourself from the shockwave. I tend to get behind every single rock, because then at least I know I'm going to be safe. Because I'm a pussy. I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, I don't want to get hit. So basically the whole idea is to gradually make your way over to Iblis. You know, get closer to him gradually. Because once you're close enough, you can then dish out some damage on him and basically wake him up so we can kill him. Why don't you just kill him in his sleep, you know, Silver? Nah. We need to get, you know, we need to bring Iblis to us, so we need to, you know, I think we're waking him up. Or is that not Iblis? I don't know. I've always assumed that that was Iblis and we're just merely waking him up. Or is this a means of summoning the bastard? I don't know. Still, you know, Not a bad idea, having to sneak past and gradually get up closer. I fucking got hit by the fucking beam of light. And we're close enough now, so... How the fuck does that not hurt Silver? It's clearly blazing hot. Is he immune to heat? But yeah, uses psychic powers. The heat dies. And when the heat dies, it'll crumble into a million bits. We fall to our deaths. No, not quite. We work our way through this very smoky terrain. It's easy to get lost with the smoke because you can't always see where you're going. I think it creates a bit of lag, is it? Yeah, but that's where we gotta go, this way. Through this corridor. Because now all we have to do is take the bastard down. Oh, there's a silver medal there. If any of you actually care about collecting those things. And, yeah, just make our way through this corridor and then we will find the goal ring. And that's Flame Core. We are now at Iblis's chambers. We're ready to fight this bastard once and for all and save our future. So that was the final stage with Silver. Well, the final full stage with Silver. I won't say any more. But anyway, now we're moving on to the last part and I'll see you then.